Hi, my name is Daniel Martin, and I'm serving with SWAP in Kimball, West Virginia. SWAP stands for Sharing with Appalachian People, and I've been serving as a job site coordinator. This is my third year here in Kimball. I started in the summer of 2019, came back last year in the midst of COVID, and I'm looking forward to this third summer here. Today I'm going to be answering some of the most frequently asked questions about SWAP, so here goes nothing. The first question we have is, what is one thing you wished you would have packed? One thing I wish I would have packed would be probably more books. I'm somebody that enjoys reading in my downtime, and while it's a great summer with groups, there are downtimes on weekends to catch up, to relax and prepare for the coming weeks. And I didn't realize at first how much a break I would have on weekends to recollect myself. And so I wish I had brought a few more books to allow myself to relax and prepare for the upcoming week. Our second question is, what are the joys and challenges of worshiping with different volunteer groups every week? So with SWAP, we have different volunteer groups coming to the site every week. They show up on a Monday evening, and they work Tuesday, Wednesday, a half a day Thursday, and a full day on Friday before leaving on Saturday morning after breakfast. So we have groups coming from all over. Some are youth groups, some are groups fully adults, and they come from different religious backgrounds. And so some of the joys include getting to interact with people from various backgrounds and seeing how they do things. Some of the songs that they do that I might not be as familiar with. Some of the devotions that they lead are very inspiring. Some of the challenges, I'm not always used to some of the different ways that groups do things. Whereas I might be used to doing things one way, they do it another, and forces me to take a breath, step back, and know that it's not about me, it's about the different groups, and they're coming here to serve as well as to share with the community. What is the food like? The food is delicious. They are able to cater to different groups' needs as best as possible. So if there are allergies with groups or things like that, we can accommodate those. But the food, we also try to pull some of the local meals as well. So chicken and dumplings is a personal favorite that we have here. We in fact had it just last night for dinner. So we do a lot of cornbread and beans, typical Appalachian meals. They try to incorporate into the everyday food service. So no complaints about the food. I have never come close to starving. How does the SWAP team respect the culture and the history of Appalachia? So I alluded to that a little bit earlier with the food, trying to pull in some of the local recipes. But when it comes to respecting the local culture and history, we also work to not be a leader in the area, but to work closely with local groups and let them spearhead things. So here in Kimball, we are closely associated with Houston United Methodist Church here in Kimball, and they kind of spearhead things, and we're here to help out. They provide a point person on site. So when we are working with the homeowners, it's about that first word in SWAP, sharing with Appalachian people. It's not just about volunteer groups or staff coming in and doing the work, but it's really taking the time to share with the volunteer groups, to share with the homeowners, and to have that reciprocal conversation. It's not only us doing things, but them also telling their stories and their jobs, their lives, where they've come from, their hardships, their joys in life as well. Another question. What personal qualities have you developed through service learning? Well, here at SWAP, definitely some skills I can say I've developed are the construction skills. I came in as a job site coordinator knowing pretty much nothing about construction. I knew how to use your basic hammer and nails and drills, but I've really gotten a hand at learning how to use some of the different tools and how to use them on the job site. I've also developed more leadership qualities. Outside of SWAP, I'm a school teacher, so I'm used to dealing with different groups of students as well as adults, but working at SWAP, you kind of take that a different way. And it's definitely about the mentoring and building relationships, but also those skill sets, providing leadership to the groups as they come in. Quite frequently, they don't know much about construction as well. And so giving them tasks that they are able to handle, showing them how to use the tools, helping to make those introductions to the homeowners, and really facilitating those relationships that SWAP is all about. So those are some of the more frequently asked questions. I've had a great 2 summers here at SWAP, and we're just kickstarting the 3rd one here, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I would highly recommend coming to SWAP, whether or not you feel like you know a lot about construction or very little. There's a place for everybody. I would recommend it 100%.